everybody, it's Stacie Duffy, your Denver Metro real estate resource, and a question I wanted to answer today is, what are due diligence documents? So I get this question from both buyers and sellers, but in the Colorado state contract, there is a section that talks about due diligence documents. And it's documents that the seller has to provide to the buyer. And pretty much what it boils down to is kind of the house docs, the documents that go with the property. So if you have, warranties or manual information for the refrigerator or the stove or the microwave or any appliances. Also, if you have any inspection reports that relate to the property, if you have copies of permits, builder document information, maybe floor plans that the builder gave you when you bought the house from the builder, receipts for repairs. Some people ask for utility statements for the last, maybe 12 months, whether it be the electric bill or the water bill or gas bill, different things like that. There's a section where the buyer can actually write in what due diligence documents that the seller may have that they can request. But really, it's just those general house documents. So maybe that clarifies that a little bit. And for sellers that maybe don't understand why the buyer would want to see that, or buyers that don't know why you should see that, it can give you, all of that, it's just great information. So also, it can kind of give an indication of how well people take care of things sometimes, because people that keep really, really, really good records as far as, when they had the house painted and what colors they were and when the floors were done and when the water heater was replaced and all that type of stuff. Records are great for information, but it can tell you how well they took care of the house. Also, I'm a fan of asking for the utility statements for the last 12 months if they happen to have them, and if they lived in the house, and they probably will, because it can give you an indication of failing mechanical systems. So it's good to know before you move into the house that maybe your air conditioner bill is or your electric bill because of your air conditioner is $200 for the summer months, when a house that typically that size should have, maybe $100 bill. Or same with the gas for the heat in the winter, if maybe your furnace is failing and it's starting to work a little bit harder and have to run more. So little things like that can give you good indication and can also help you budget for those months that you may not think about, especially if you're going from an apartment or a condo to a single family home that may have some more expenses. So just some reasons that buyers should look over those. Sellers or just homeowners in general, I'm a huge fan of what I call it's a home binder. And I give these to my sellers that are going to be selling their house, and then my buyers that buy a new property or buy a property. But what I do is it's just a 3-inch binder, D-ring binder, whatever, and with some plastic sheets in it, some sheet protectors, and some tab dividers, and split it up into sections. So exterior stuff goes into one section, and interior stuff goes into another, and then appliance manuals and warranties go into another. And it's a really good place that, when you go to Home Depot and buy those sprinkler parts to fix the sprinkler system, you just throw the receipts in there. Or if you paint the house, you put a sample of the paint chips in there. So all that stuff is in one general place. So when you go to sell the house, you're like, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, or, Mr. or Mrs., whatever it happens to be. I'm trying to be politically correct here, I guess. Here is the home binder with all the due diligence docs. Take a look through it. So it also makes it a lot easier because then you're not digging for receipts or, what type of floors you put in, if you had the floors replaced and all that information. Just make yourself a nice home binder, stick all the stuff in there, and keep it in maybe that cabinet that's above the fridge that no one ever uses, or, the one in the back of the island in the corner that's a little small and kind of weird. Just keep it in a place like that that's easy to throw stuff in there as you make repairs to the home. So anyway, hopefully that answers the question of due diligence docs a little bit more. If you have any more questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Please feel free to leave a comment or question down below, or you can reach out to me directly. My contact information is on my website. The link for that is down below as well. So thanks so much for the time and have a great day. Bye-bye.